I always thought honesty was the foundation of love. Not the flowers, not the endless affection, the truth. Maybe that's why the night she slipped, the night her words fell out so easily, it didn't strike me as betrayal at first. It felt quieter than that, like something inside me tore softly, a wire snapping somewhere deep. Her name was Claire. We'd been together nearly 6 years, married for 3, the kind of couple that still traded grocery lists with hearts, shared Spotify playlists, or so I believed. That evening we sat at the kitchen island, 2 half-filled glasses of wine between us, her suitcase waiting by the door. She said she had an early flight for a business trip. Denver, some real estate seminar. I teased. You packed enough to move there? She laughed, but not the same way. It didn't reach her eyes anymore. Just like old times, she murmured, barely above a whisper. I frowned. Old times? That's when she said it, so casually, like it was trivial. Oh, didn't I tell you? Ethan's on the same flight. We're traveling together. My ex. I stared, waiting for her grin. The punchline. None came. The air thickened. Silence sharpened. I set my glass down slowly, afraid. The moment might shatter if I moved too fast. You're flying with your ex? I asked, my tone low, steady, heavier than intended. She nodded, eyes on her wine. It's work, Daniel. You're overreacting. I wasn't. Not yet. I tried to stay calm, rational like I always was. I'd seen what anger did to men, how it hollowed them out. I wouldn't be that. But her ease, that calm dismissal, made something inside me twist. I glanced at her suitcase again. The same Maui honeymoon tag still clung to the handle. Does your boss know you and your ex are flying together? I asked. She shot me a quick, tired look. It's not a big deal. Stop making it one. That's when I knew it wasn't the trip. It was the quiet shift in how she saw me now. Someone she could cross boundaries around, redraw the borders of respect. I could have yelled, demanded, accused. Instead, I just studied her. The way she wouldn't meet my gaze. The way her phone lit up when she thought I wasn't looking. Was it Ethan? How long had this been simmering, waiting for a crack of honesty to leak through? Claire, I said finally. Why tell me? She blinked. Tell you what? That you're traveling with your ex. You could have lied. Her lips parted, surprise flickering, maybe understanding. She turned away. Because I didn't want you to think I was hiding anything. I almost laughed at that. Hiding was all she'd done. We sat in silence. The clock's ticking grew too loud. She rinsed her glass, acting like normal was still possible. But something had cracked open, something you can't tape back together. When she went upstairs to pack, I stayed at the counter, watching my reflection blur. In the dark kitchen window, my face looked foreign, harder. She came down 20 minutes later, suitcase rolling behind her. I'll call when I land, she said. I nodded. Sure. She smiled, relieved I wasn't erupting. Leaning in, she aimed for my cheek. And that's when I said it. 2 words, soft, final, clean. Don't bother. The kiss stalled midair. She froze, eyes widening with confusion, then realization. Daniel, what? I rose slowly, steady, taking the suitcase handle from her. Grip. You don't have to call. You don't have to explain anything anymore. Her face drained of color, like she was only just realizing what she'd admitted. I opened the door, stepped aside, and let her leave. The sound of it, closing behind her, echoed through the house like a period at the end of a long, painful chapter. I didn't sleep that night, not from heartbreak. That comes later, but because silence expands to fill every corner your partner used to breathe in. You start noticing little things. The fridge hums louder, the clock ticks, like it's mocking you. Her perfume still ghosts the hallway air. I sat by the window, watching the streetlights fade into gray dawn. thinking about those 2 words. Don't bother. I hadn't rehearsed them. They arrived quiet, absolute. The kind of words that don't shout, but close doors forever. By morning, her toothbrush was still by the sink, her mug still on the counter. I didn't move them. They stood like relics of a life that ended without ceremony. Around noon, her text came. Landed safe. Didn't expect that reaction. We'll talk when I'm back. I didn't respond. Not out of anger. Just emptiness. When someone breaks the boundaries that protect love, you stop defending them. You start defending yourself. 2 days later, her Instagram story. A dinner photo. Her and him. Wine glasses lifted, smiles easy. No caption. No shame. Like I'd been erased. I didn't feel fury. Only certainty. The kind that silences confusion and replaces it with truth. That night I deleted her accounts, but kept her number. Not for hope, for closure. I wanted to remember the woman who taught me that love without respect is endurance, not devotion. By the 3rd day, she called twice. I ignored both. The 3rd time I answered, her voice wavered, caught between guilt and defense. Daniel, can we talk? Go ahead, I said, steady, detached, like speaking to someone I used to know. I didn't do anything wrong, she began. Ethan and I are just friends. You always overreact, always need control. Control. The word hung heavy. I almost laughed. For years, I'd been to make her feel free, never once caging her choices. All I'd ever asked for was respect. I exhaled. Claire, you crossed a line. You can't uncross. A pause. So that's it. That's it. No tears. No yelling. Some endings don't crash. They fade. Like fog under sunlight. After the call, I sat still. Phone warm in my hand. The calm sinking in. I wasn't angry. I was empty, finished. There's a difference between losing someone and releasing them. Losing cuts. Releasing heals. A week slipped by. No messages. No return. Friends started asking. I kept it simple. We're done. It was enough. Then one night she came back. Same key, same perfume, same startled look like she still belonged here. Daniel, I just need to grab a few things. I nodded, stepping aside. She brushed past me, avoiding my eyes, went straight to the bedroom. I stood in the doorway as she gathered. Clothes, shoes, fragments of us. You're really not going to talk to me? She asked softly. I looked at her, the woman-eyed. Once planned, forever around. Claire, I already said everything. Her eyes glistened, regret, maybe shock, at seeing the man who no longer begged. I didn't think you'd actually let go. She whispered. That's the thing about respect. I said quietly. Once it's gone, love can't find its way back. She looked down, zipped her suitcase. For a moment, pity tried to rise. Until I remembered that photo. The laughter. The shrug. That memory killed the last piece of softness in me. At the door, she paused. You really think I cheated? I shook my head. No. I think you stopped caring, whether I believed you or not. She started to speak, then didn't. The door clicked shut behind her. The same sound that ended everything. Days ago. Only now. It felt final. That night the house exhaled again. Still. Empty. Peaceful. I poured a drink, sat by the same window, and understood something true. I hadn't lost her. I'd recovered myself. Because sometimes 2 small words are all it takes to close a chapter and begin another, where you finally remember what self-respect sounds like.